You pick Higgsfield, you generate 10 clips, and the bill is double what you'd have paid on Kling for the exact same output. Both tools, same job, very different cost. Higgsfield is a multi-model cinematic platform with advanced controls, and Kling is built for affordable, realistic video at scale, so the real question is which one is actually worth your money. Test 1, output quality, and this is the one that kills projects. You spend time writing prompts, you burn credits, and the footage comes back looking rough, so I went looking for a real, independent score instead of just what people say in Reddit threads. Watch the numbers on screen. I pulled Artificial Analysis's Gen 3 Alpha benchmark, and Kling 2.0 lands at 80.4. Higgsfield, I couldn't find a published benchmark score, so all I have is community consensus, which is positive but not verified, and the scorecard on screen shows exactly that split. Kling takes output quality, and it's not close on evidence, because it's the only tool with a real number to point at, so Kling goes up first on the board, and that's 1-0. I've spent enough time inside these tools to know that a missing benchmark is the kind of thing that costs you real money on a real deadline. So if you've been burned by trusting community hype over actual data, let me know in the comments. Test 2, generation speed. You're on a client deadline, you need 10 5-second clips by end of day, and you have no idea how long each render is going to take, which is not a hypothetical. That's a Tuesday, and knowing your tool's actual generation time for a 5-second 720p clip changes how you plan the whole day. When I went looking for numbers, Kling 2.0 had a published figure, about 2 minutes for a 5-second 720p clip. Higgsfield has nothing official, just community reports suggesting it's somewhere in the same ballpark, but there's no specific metric to point at. So on verifiable evidence, Kling is the only tool here with a real answer. Kling wins generation speed for the same reason it won quality. It has a published number and Higgsfield doesn't, and that puts Kling up 2-0 while Higgsfield is yet to score. Test 3, pricing and credits, and this is where the real money conversation happens, because the per clip cost adds up fast, and $1 difference per video sounds small until you're making 50 clips a week, and one tool is costing you $100 more every month than the other. I ran the numbers straight from both pricing pages. Kling's entry plan is $10 a month for 660 credits, and Higgsfield's basic plan is $5 for 70 credits, which sounds cheaper until you do the math, because per 5-second 720p video via API, Higgsfield costs $2 and Kling costs $1, so Kling is 2 times cheaper per clip and gives you roughly 4.7 times more credits per dollar at the entry tier. One of the biggest problems I run into when using AI agents is turning their output into YouTube content I can actually use to market my product. That's why this video is sponsored by Subscriber, a tool that helps business owners connect their AI agents to YouTube and market their products without spending 10 hours every week creating content. You can connect Claude or ChatGPT directly to Subscriber. It then analyzes your business, website, and YouTube channel to help you create SEO-optimized video ideas, scripts, thumbnails, and even complete videos that actually match your brand. What I like most is that every week, Subscriber gives me a list of high-potential video ideas I can immediately execute, and it can even help edit videos for me, with or without my face, including videos like the one you're watching right now. It's easy to get started, and you can try Subscriber for free using the link in the description below. Now back to the video. Kling wins pricing cleanly, and the gap is bigger than I expected once you look at per video costs rather than just the headline subscription price. So that's 3-0, Kling. Kling is ahead on every test so far, but we still haven't looked at style control and platform availability, and those two are the ones that could actually change which tool fits your workflow. So if you're doing multi-shot cinematic work, the next test is the one that matters most for you. Test 4, style control and consistency, and here's a concrete failure mode. You're building a multi-shot sequence. Your character looks completely different in shot 3 versus shot 1, and you've got no dedicated tool to lock that down. So you end up reprompting over and over, burning credits, and the footage still drifts. Purpose-built consistency features exist to stop exactly that. I checked both platforms' docs, and the difference is real. Higgsfield has purpose-built style transfer and character consistency tools, both listed in their official documentation, while Kling's approach is text prompts and image to video with no dedicated consistency tooling, and community reviews flag that as a genuine pain point for anyone doing multi-shot work. Higgsfield takes style control, and that's the first test it was built to win, because dedicated cinematic tooling is the whole reason you'd pay the premium. which puts us at 3-1. Kling still leads. Test 5. Platform availability. And the objection I hear all the time is that web access is enough. But if you're a creator who shoots on location and wants to kick off a generation from your phone while you're still on set, a missing mobile app is a real blocker, and Web and API only means you're always tied to a desktop. I checked both platforms directly. Kling is on Web, API, iOS, and Android, and Higgsfield is Web and API only, with no mobile app at all, which for on-the-go creators is a real constraint, and it's just absent from Higgsfield's platform right now. Kling takes platform availability because it's simply on more places than Higgsfield is right now, and that makes the final score. Kling 4, Higgsfield 1. Alright, so where does Higgsfield actually beat Kling? 3 specific things. It has purpose-built style transfer and character consistency tools baked right in, which Kling just doesn't have. You get access to 15 plus models under one subscription, including Kling, Veo, and Sora. And Cinema Studio Plus camera move controls give you a more directed cinematic look. And where does Kling beat Higgsfield? 4 clear things. A verified quality score of 80.4 on artificial analysis. $1 per 5-second 720p clip via API versus $2 on Higgsfield. Roughly 4.7 times more credits per dollar at the entry tier, plus a free tier with 66 credits a month. And it's on iOS and Android. If you're doing multi-shot cinematic work and need dedicated style and character control, go Higgsfield. But if you want verified quality, a $2 per video saving on every single clip, and a tool that works on your phone, Kling is the smarter default. One thing the docs don't spell out: Higgsfield's multi-model access sounds great on paper, but motion control precision, things like first frame locking, last frame control, and camera path accuracy, has no published spec for any of those 15 plus models, so you're buying the controls without a datasheet, which is a real unknown if precise camera movement is core to your project. Now, if Kling just came out ahead for you on cost, you're probably wondering how it stacks up against Luma on actual output quality. And I did that comparison too. It's called Luma versus Kling, which is better. And the quality gap there is a lot closer than you'd think, so go check that one out next.